So let's start in a seated position, just for a little bit of breath work before we begin moving. So like I said, tonight it's about moving the whole of the spine in all sorts of directions, because we get, you know, rotation, side bends, backwards and forwards, and everything in between, really. So it's about exploring the movement of the body in general and seeing what the limits are in your body, gently nudging them if you feel like they can be nudged and they want to be nudged, or staying exactly where you are if you feel absolutely safe where you are and today is not the day to nudge those comfort zones. So let's begin seated with your spine nice and tall, and we'll take a few shoulder rolls to begin with, just to introduce a little bit of movement straight away. Breathing in, shoulders up, and breathing out, shoulders down. And then changing the direction of the movement, going forward. And now relax your shoulders away from the ears and let your eyes close or just look down. And feel how your breath is this evening. Taking your time to fully breathe in into your belly, into the chest. And then breathe out slowly, allowing the chest and then the belly to deflate. Breathing in belly, then lower ribs and chest. Breathing out chest, ribs and lower belly. So a few more like this. Trying to think about these 3 different areas, filling up the breath, and then exhaling slowly. Allowing each breath to be full without thinking about the next breath or what comes next, staying present with each and every breath. And also reminding yourself that it's normal for your mind to wander off. And when it does that, just take your time to bring attention back to your breath each and every time. Noticing what goes on in your mind as well. Every time it wanders off, be curious about it. We're keeping that attitude of curiosity to our thoughts and our mindset as well as our body. Taking the last few breaths here. Lengthening each inhale and exhale now if it's possible. And then opening the eyes, and we're going to circle the arms wide, bringing the palms of the hands up as you breathe in, lengthen up with your spine, and then as you breathe out, drop the right hand onto the floor, left arm overhead, and lean towards the side here, opening the left side body, maybe looking underneath your left shoulder. Nice deep breaths here. Being mindful here, not contracting the right shoulder, the bottom shoulder, so you're basically keeping yourself easy in the parts of the body that are not working. And then push yourself back up and bring the left fingertips to the side and go towards the opposite side. Right arm overhead. Breathe here into the side of the body. And with each different direction that we move our spine, we'll feel they stretch in different muscles. Often different muscles do more than one thing. So there's more than one way to access them. And they don't work in isolation either. So working on specific muscles often don't give you as much results as thinking about movement patterns, if that makes sense. Coming back now onto center, and bring your hands onto your knees, keeping the legs crossed. We're going to do some cat and cows here first with the hands onto the knees. So as you breathe in, push your chest forward, tilt the sit bones back, open the chest, maybe look up, so we're getting the whole spine, even the neck. And as you exhale, chin to chest, and then begin to round the shoulders, separate the shoulder blades, belly in, lean back, and separating the shoulder blade. Coming forward again, pulling with your hands onto your knees, breathing in all the way forward. And exhale, leaning back all the way, nice and slow. Nice. Breath in again, coming forward. And lean back. Inhale again, come forward. Exhale, leaning back. And a few more like this. Using your breath to inflate the body as it moves forward. And using the breath to deflate and pull the belly in and then create space at the back of the body. Nice. From here, coming back to center. And this time we'll get the arms going, so we get the upper back and chest a little bit more. So similar movement, but without using our hands onto our knees. If you want to, you can cross the legs the opposite way as well, just for a little difference in your hips, if your legs are crossed. So we're going to open the elbows wide as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, right elbow goes over left, chin comes in towards the chest. And then breath in, open the arms wide. Exhale, left elbow over right. One more on each side, or switching elbows anyway. Exhale, pull the belly in. Nice. Inhale again, open. Exhale. And open now. Just take a few, so actually releasing the hands down and away from your ears, shoulders down. We're going to do some circles with the neck. So chin down to the chest and bring the head towards the right and down to center and to the left. Keep moving the head in semicircles like this. Again, without pulling or straining. Nice. And last part of this movement, so we're doing a lot of backwards and forwards now. Hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers. This is more for the neck. So as you inhale, push the head into the hands, open the elbows wide. And as you exhale, bring the chin to the chest, tuck the chin in, elbows towards your belly. And then breath in again, open the elbows wide. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale again, open. Push the head into the hands, elbows wide. Exhale, chin to chest and stretch the back of the neck. And one last time, open as you inhale. And exhale, round it in. And from here, bring your hands forward, untangle your legs and come onto hands and knees. So you know what's coming now. A few cat and cows. So we're all pretty familiar with this, so you can start whenever you like, at your own pace, tilting the sit bones up, dropping the belly slightly, opening the chest forward as you inhale. And then exhale, you can start with the tailbone first, guiding the movement all the way up towards the rest of the spine and then chin to the chest. Slowly breathing in to travel forward. And breathing out to lean up with the spine, press the ground away from you. Slow inhales and conscious exhales, so we're moving with purpose. Start to now just move your pelvis in circles, or making figure eights, basically moving the bum around in a circular motion. And then see what happens if you start to include just the sides of the body. So the movement is not just in the hips, but it goes a little bit further up. It's a weird concept. We're trying to isolate. So we were just doing the bum to begin with. Now going up to the bottom of the ribs. Now maybe starting to open the rib cage as well, so you'll feel the shoulders start to move at the same time. So this gives you an idea as well of how the body really works together. And then eventually you can start leaning back and forward, getting the hips involved. So you make full body movements. Keep your breath going. And when you're done with the movement, we're going to rest in child's pose for a moment, or not rest, but actually stretch in child's pose. Arms forward. So again, this is a kind of a forward movement. We've explored a little difference now with the side to side and the circles. Here, this is just another forward fold, where gravity helps us to lengthen the spine. Breathing deeply here, allowing the spine to open and lengthen. And then coming back onto hands and knees, we're now coming in onto our belly. So come all the way down, elbows underneath your shoulders, palms of the hands down. So we're coming into a Sphinx pose. Feet are wide, tailbone lengthening down slightly here. And the head is not, we're not leaning back with our head. We're just keeping the chin parallel to the floor. And pulling the shoulders, the shoulder blades back and the elbows towards your hips. So you're opening the chest here. So this is a slight extension. Slight opening of the chest and lower back. Pull the belly away from the floor, so we're still keeping the length in our lower back. Last breath here. Then widen your elbows and bring the forehead all the way to the ground. And bring your hands a little further underneath your shoulders, sort of towards the rib cage. And firm up the legs, so the legs are pressing on the floor, belly pulls in. As you breathe in, open the chest forward into a little mini cobra. And as you exhale, come back down. So we're making ripples with the spine. Imagine that the front of your body is sticky, and as you inhale, you try to peel it off the ground. And as you exhale, you try to peel it back down on the ground. And again, breathing in, lift. If you want to add a little more push of the hands, then you will obviously lift a little more. And exhale, lower down. Good. Last time, breathe in to lift here, maybe even a little higher. And exhale, lower back down. Now tuck the toes, press up onto hands and knees again. And we'll come back into tabletop position. We're going to take the right leg behind us as we inhale. And as you exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg back. And exhale, right knee, right elbow. Right leg back as you inhale. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. And this time step the right foot outside of the right hand with the toes slightly pointing out towards the side. And untuck the back toes. We're going into a twist, reaching the right arm up towards the ceiling. So you get a little bit of rotation of the spine. Seeing if you can maybe open the chest up towards the ceiling a little bit more. Maybe cactus that right arm. Last breath here. And then bring the hands on either side of the right leg now, placing the right foot a little more towards the midline, right toes pointing forward. And we're going to inhale to reach the arms up and pull, basically place your thumbs together, like pull on your thumbs, it's a bit of a weird one, over your head. And with that pulling sensation here, you should feel the muscles between the shoulder blade engage, chest opening a little bit more. And sometimes getting in positions like a lunge helps to change the full dynamic of how the spine is working. So here there is a slight extension of the tailbone back, although we can always try to keep it a little further down. See if you can sink a little bit deeper into your hips. And then relax the hands on either side of the right leg. Push with your chest onto the right thigh, and as you inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, lean back, straighten right leg, maybe point right toes up towards your nose. And then again, inhale, come forward, bend the right leg. Exhale, lean back. So get the movement to happen in the spine as well as the legs. So as you inhale, there is that slight extension of the tailbone back and chest opening forward. And as you exhale, slight rounding and the chin comes towards the knee. Coming back now into a lunge position and bring the knees together on the floor for tabletop. That's it. Spread your fingers wide. We're going to take the left leg back with an inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Breathe in, left leg back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. And step the left foot outside of the left hand. Point the left toes slightly out to the side. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, reach left arm up towards the ceiling. Sometimes you might hear a few crunchy noises when we're going to the twists. That's fine, just a sign that the spine is moving. Maybe cactus the left arm and focus on opening the chest up towards the ceiling. And then place the left hand down, outside of the left foot rather. Place the left foot a little further towards the midline and reach the arms up again. See if you can remember which thumb arrangement you had and see if you can do the opposite. So now the hands are going up, thumbs interlaced, and then see if you can sink a little bit deeper, moving the hips forward and pulling the shoulders back. So again, you can see here to achieve more hip extension, to achieve more back extension, the extension of the hip is important. And to open the rib cage and the thoracic spine, we need the use of the arms. Now place the hands on either side of that left leg. And again, push your chest onto the left thigh, open the chest forward as you inhale. Exhale, lean back, pull the belly in and round. Full head towards left knee. Breath in to come forward. Exhale, lean back. Again, coming forward as you inhale. Exhale, leaning back. And last time. Exhale, leaning back. Come back onto the left foot and then step the knees together again to tabletop. Last little sequence in tabletop, so we started opening up the rib cage and we'll go now with some thread the needles. So from here, take the right arm up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, right arm underneath the left. See if you can touch the left shoulder blade with the right hand. And then breath in, right arm goes up again. Exhale, thread it through. Nice. Last one, breath in. And exhale, thread the arm through this time. Bend the left elbow, place the right shoulder blade on the ground, palm of the right hand up, back of the head on the ground, and take the left arm over the head, or the other option is to bring the left arm up towards the ceiling
bend the left hand, the left elbow, place the left hand onto your right lower back or pelvis, or even the front of the hip if you can reach it. To open the shoulder and twist even more through the upper back. And another option here, if you want to challenge yourself, is to straighten the left leg, which is the leg that you're looking at. Maybe lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Worst case scenario here, you're going to roll onto your back. Last 3 breaths.
Yes, exactly. Okay, slowly make your way down with that floating leg and untangle yourself. Coming back. Okay, let's go with the left arm up as you breathe in. Exhale, thread the arm through, touching right shoulder blade with left hand. And then breath in to reach the left arm up. Exhale to take it through. Again, left arm up as you inhale. Exhale, thread it through, and this time place the left shoulder blade down. Reach towards the side with the left fingertips, palm of the left hand pointing up, and right arm, option 1, over the head for support on the mat. Option 2, right hand towards your left hip. And maybe here, straighten the right leg, balancing here, pull the belly in, use the core, perhaps lift that right leg. Nice. Slowly bring it back down and untangle yourself, coming back onto hands and knees. Nice. Take a moment to sit back on your heels, hands onto your thighs, roll your shoulders back and down. And then forward. Okay, we're gonna come down again into Sphinx. So all the way onto the belly, elbows wide. This time we'll do a little bit more movement here. So we're going to breathe in to open the chest, pulling the elbows back, and as you exhale, bring the chin to the chest, and really focus here on rounding upper back first, and then pulling the belly in, then maybe lifting just the belly and the pelvis, and then bring the pelvis and the belly back down. Inhale, open the chest forward. So again, it's that backwards and forwards movement, flexion and extension. Exhale, begin to round and pull it in. Nice. Hips back down again. Breathe in to open. Exhale, round, press the ground away. Hips back down, inhale. And exhale. Coming back down onto the belly. Widen your elbows and bring the chest all the way down. So earlier we did, we lifted in Cobra using our hands. This time we won't use our hands. So what we did before was a passive mobility exercise. This is more active. So hands reach back first, and as we breathe in, we're going to lift the chest and lift the arms. So you really have to use the upper back and lower back muscles. Then as you exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift up. So again, that sensation of peeling yourself off the floor. Exhale, back down. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now bring your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself up and back, this time into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, lift the hips, belly towards your thighs, downward facing dog. Press the hands and the fingertips firmly into the ground. Rotate the inner elbows forward without moving the hands, which will allow you to open the shoulder a little bit more.
And if you want to move a little bit here, lifting one heel at a time. And we'll do some spinal waves from here slowly today. So, big inhale, lift the heels, and begin to round forward. So you're rounding all the way forward, as if you're in that cat position, shoulders over the fingertips. And as you exhale, think about your tailbone going up first with your knees bent, back to downward dog. You can also do this in a different way, which I'll show now. So coming forward into that rounded plank. And if you're not feeling comfortable going back with the weight like this, you can bring the knees down, going through a cat position or cow position, and then lifting into downward dog. So slowly making that big movement with the spine. Nice. And then exhale, tilting the sit bones up and taking that back up. Nice. So these spinal waves are really, really beneficial for the spine. So notice where the areas where you're feeling a little stiffer are. And it's not good or bad, it's just noticing where we may need to work on a little bit more. Last wave. Nice. And from here, lift the heels, or the heels should be already lifted, and then walk your feet all the way to the hands, coming into a forward fold. Soften your knees a little, and bring your hands onto your shins, and as you inhale, lift halfway here, looking forward, figure 7 with the body, and exhale to fold over your legs again. And then bend your knees deeply, keep your head heavy, and roll all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Nice. And now that you're all rolled up, move your shoulders back a few times. Bring the arms wide now, like a T. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, arms wide like a T again. But we're going to bring the right arm forward and the left arm back. So we're twisting only through the upper back. The hips are still facing forward. Nice. And then from here, breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, arms wide. Bring the left arm forward and the right arm back, twisting like this. Breath in, arms up again. And exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Breathe in, arms up again. This time, palms of the hands together, and we're going to go towards a side bend. So lean towards the lean towards the right, open the left side of the body. And then back to center as you inhale. Exhale, lean towards the right. I can't get it right. Whichever way you're going, as long as you do both sides. Back to center as you inhale. And then exhale, release. And we're going to bring the hands onto the hips. And we'll start doing movements from the hips up. So bend your knees a little bit. The first movement, imagine that you are belly dancing. So again, it's very similar to that Beyonce that we do on the ground. We get to draw circles with our bum, which feels weird at first, maybe looks a bit weird, but actually the more you do it, the nicer it feels. And then let's expand this to feel like we're hula hooping, which I'm really bad at actually, so I don't even know if this is the movement you're supposed to do. Switch direction, by the way, I didn't say it, but it was good to try, and not because the body necessarily always needs symmetry, but because it's good for the brain to know how to go in both directions. And then from here, start to move the whole body, leaning back, leaning forward, so it becomes a whole body movement. If you want to, the hands can actually be on your shoulders, so you're kind of moving everything. It can help
with your knees slightly bent. You can actually go all the way down and coming up. You can make circles. You can make infinite figures or figure eights. You can lean all the way back and all the way forward as long as there is no pain and your body's okay to go where you're taking it. And then switch direction to go to the other side as well. Nice. And now relax when you're done. You can stay there actually if you like it. Feels quite nice. So this is something that should have got everything moving through here. And now let's go into a goddess pose. So heels in and toes out. Bend your knees and bring your hands onto your knees. First of all, we're just going to switch to move sort of side to side here. Still breathing. And then we're going to dip one shoulder in towards the midline, twisting, looking beyond the opposite shoulder. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the opposite side. Back to center as you inhale. Exhale, again switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Back to center. Reach the arms wide. Staying into this goddess, so we're giving the legs a bit of a workout. We're going to go to one side, arm above the head, opening the side body, inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, opposite side. Exhale, back to center. And again, breathing in. And out. Inhale, other side. Exhale. One more each side. And to center, last time. Back to center. Straighten the legs now. Nice. Bring the feet parallel to each other, toes pointing slightly in, hands onto the hips to start with. Breathe in to open the chest. And then exhale, push the hips back and fold all the way forward and down. Hands can come onto the floor. If they don't come to the floor, you can either put a block or a book underneath your hands or widen your feet a little bit more. And we'll do some lift and lowers here. So as you inhale, lift halfway looking forward. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, lower. Once more, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And this time stay lower here. And keeping the hips facing exactly as they are, so your hips are not moving with you as we do this. Bring the right hand towards the right ankle, or maybe higher. And then the left hand towards the right ankle, or maybe higher towards the calf. So you're pulling yourself towards your right thigh with your chest, but your hips are not coming with you like this. So you stay in exactly as you are. That's it. So that way you'll really feel that opening in the left side of the body. That's it. Relax your shoulders and relax your neck. Coming back to center now and going to the other side. So right hand to left ankle, left hand to left ankle, trying to bring your chest close to the left knee. And then back to center. Bring the hands underneath your face. We're going to take the right arm up with an inhale. Exhale, stay here a moment, enjoying the twist. A couple of more breaths here. And then we've done this one before, so we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left to grab for the outside of the left leg, anyway. And then from here, see if you can reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. So it's like a double twist. That's it. Bend your knees a little bit here if it helps. And then back down, and let's go to the other side. So you take the, left arm up, now I'm confused. Left arm up as you inhale. And exhale to stay here for a couple of breaths. And then thread the left arm underneath the right, grab right ankle or shin with the left hand, and then reach right arm up towards the ceiling. It looks a bit like something out of The Exorcist like this, but it feels good. And then slowly bring that right hand down. Walk your legs closer in towards each other. Bend your knees and sit back in chair pose. Coming up into chair. That's it. Hands together. Breathe in here to lift the chest. Exhale, twist and hook left elbow to right knee, or whichever way you're going, doesn't matter. Press the palms of the hands together. Here there's a strong line between the elbows, so you can really feel that pressure of the hands helps you to open the chest. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, twisting the other side. Sitting back. The more you sit back actually in this chair, twisted chair, the easier it is. Back to center, inhale, arms up, straighten the legs. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back. Keeping the back knee lifted this time. We'll go into some more twists here. So right arm reaches up as you inhale. And exhale, just like thread the needle, take the right arm inside right leg and thread it across. And then breath in, right arm reaches up again. And exhale, thread it through. And inhale, reach that right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. And now place the right hand down. Step the left foot forward, coming down into a squat. So feet outside of the hands, that's it. Squat position. Hold it here for a few breaths, just lengthening the spine first. Palms of the hands together, that might help you to open the inner thighs. And then bring the hands down and straighten the legs and point the toes forward. Inhale, lift halfway here. Exhale, step the right foot back. Place the right hand down and twist with the left arm up as you inhale. Exhale, left arm on the right. Breath in, left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale again. Exhale, bring it through. And then again, left hand down, step right foot outside of right hand, coming into squat, and this time, fingers forward for a bit of balance. We're going to do cat-and-cow movements here. So as you inhale, tilt the sit bones back and open the chest forward. And as you exhale, lean back, chin to chest. And breathe in again, come forward. Breathe out, lean back. You might feel yourself shift weight from your toes to your heels. Again, opening forward as you breathe in. Slow, mindful movements. Exhale, lean back. And one more time. And lean back. Last one, inhale here. Open. Exhale as you round. You can use your hands or not to bring your bum onto the floor. And then bring the hands behind you, feet wide, and just move your feet in and out just to release the hips. From here, bend the right knee, place the right foot inside of the left thigh and point the left toes up. So first of all, we're going straight down onto the left leg. So reach the arms up as you breathe in. Exhale, fold over your leg. And then inhale, we can do a little lift here again, open. Exhale, fold again. And maybe 2 more actually, breathing into open and exhale to fold. And last time, and fold as you exhale, and then stay here, breathing. And lift yourself up and switch sides. Right leg straightens. Actually, sorry, no, I meant to keep that right leg bent. We're going into a twist. So right fingertips behind you, left hand to right knee. Mild twist. Look behind the right shoulder. And coming back to center, now we switch legs. So the right leg straightens, left knee bends, left foot inside of the right thigh. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. Fold over your leg as you breathe out. And then inhale, lengthen, push the chest open, tilting the sit bones back. And exhale, fold again. 2 more of those, inhale. Those wave-like motions of the spine. Exhale, fold. And again, breathe in and out. And this time stay. Focusing on deep breaths. And then lift yourself up and widen your legs now, as wide as they would comfortably go. Point the toes up, slight micro bend into your knees. We're going to bring the arms wide and we're going to tilt the palms of the hands up, inhale, leaning back. And then as you exhale, the hands can come down, kind of flipping the palms towards your feet, but don't touch your legs. So it's an active pose to start with. That's it. And then inhale, flip the palms up again, thumbs towards the back of the room, opening the chest. And exhale, dive towards your legs, but don't quite touch them. Again, breathing into open. Exhale, coming forward. And then this time, you can choose to have your hands on your legs, on your feet, or maybe hands forward. And just after that little bit of activation, this pose should feel just a little bit easier than it normally does. So we're getting into the hips, but again here we're focusing on keeping the lower back sort of open and long. So we get that nice feeling of length in the back. Keeping the sit bones rooted down. Last 2 breaths. And then walk your hands back in towards you. You can choose to maybe bring the legs a little further in if you prefer. And we're going to bring one elbow to thigh. So same side elbow to same side thigh. I'm going to go towards my right. and then the left arm goes over the head. You can even bring the elbow all the way down to the floor, and this is a really intense side body stretch. If you don't like that arm up, just doing nothing, you can bend the elbow and place the forearm onto the head. Coming back to center and to the other side. So we do this quite regularly because actually it's a hidden gem, this stretch. It gets almost everything. And lifting yourself up. Now bring the legs closer in towards you and lower all the way onto your back. Make sure there's space behind you. And here we'll do a few rolling bridges to begin with. So plant the feet flat on the floor, arms by your side to begin with. And then we'll bring the hips up towards the ceiling while the arms go above the head with a breath in. And exhale back down. This doesn't have to be a huge movement, just enough so you again can feel that wave-like motion in the spine. Going at your own pace, breathing in to lift and open, breathing out to settle back down. And then from here, we're going to take the right knee into the chest, straighten the left leg, pull the knee in, and then bring the full head towards your right knee. As you breathe out, engaging the core, rounding the back. And then relax the head back down, and we're going into a spinal twist. So right knee comes across towards the other side of the mat. If the right knee doesn't touch the floor though, especially as you open that right shoulder, and this feels quite uncomfortable when it pulls on your lower back, you can just bend both knees and stack them on top of each other instead. So you just make the twist a little more accessible. If you want to twist through your neck as well, so you get it all the way up to the neck, just look towards the right shoulder, towards the right side, or opposite from the side that you are twisting towards. Coming back to center now, and bring the left knee into the chest, straighten the right leg. And breathe in, pull the left knee in, and breathe out, bring the forehead towards your left knee. And then relax the head back down, and take the left leg across. So you're coming into a twist. Bring your legs back to center, and for the final pose you've got a few options. You can either just bring your legs up. Maybe if you haven't got a wall, you can just bring them up like this. If you have a sofa, you can rest your legs like this on the sofa, or rest them like that on a wall. If you want to go into plow pose, you're going to have to use a bit of momentum to get your hips over your shoulders and the feet behind the head. Keep your lower back supported with your hands here, I would suggest. And that feels like a lovely stretch actually for the lower back, but also all the way into the base of the neck. Taking the last couple breaths. And then slowly lower yourself back down, one vertebra at a time. And we're finished with a little minor back bend. So just when you come back down, then place the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. And bring the shoulder blades a little closer to each other. And you can push onto your thighs with your hands. Now all you'll feel that kind of pulls your spine. So pushing down onto the top of the thighs with your hands, letting your shoulders maybe come up towards the ears slightly. And then whether you need to finish with maybe just windshield wiping the legs side to side, or maybe you want to bring your knees into your chest, or anything else before Shavasana, this is the time to do whatever your body calls you to do. And then when you're ready, straighten your legs or keep them slightly bent if that's easier for you. Relax your arms by your side. Close the eyes. And just allow yourself to soften. Let your body release any tension it might still hold. Notice how the breath gradually returns to normal. And now your heart rate starts to calm down. Allow your jaw to soften, teeth unclenched. now begin to take some deeper breaths. Begin to slowly become more aware of the room around you. And then start to create some movement back into the body. Slowly moving your fingers and your toes, maybe your ankles and your wrists, since those are the joints that we haven't quite targeted today. And then when you're ready, you can bring your knees into your chest and hug your knees in, rounding and lengthening the spine one more time. And when you're ready, you can roll onto one side. And come all the way up to a seat. And just take a moment here to feel however your body feels, with your gaze down or your eyes closed. And then thank yourself for taking this time. Thank you for joining me.